McDavid. Moves in, McDavid goes upstairs! What a goal!
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Etanyos here. Welcome to episode number 43. This NHL 21 Edmonton Oilers Franchise Mode here in Oil Country. If you guys have missed any episodes, go up into the top corner. You know the whole drill here. Also, drop a like if you do enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. We're trying to hit 1,200 subs. So guys, last episode we got through the offseason and the draft. Landed some really good prospects considering that we didn't have a first-round pick. And, yeah, this Edmonton team is completely loaded and ready to go. They're insane. They're just looking like they're going to beat up on the league again this year. Like, just look at the depth here, guys. It's just ridiculous. And, honestly, the defense has somehow gotten better, too. We went at, our defense and goaltending somehow has improved. I don't entirely understand how, but what we're looking at is a 100 rated offense here, which, we had last season. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the best Oilers team ever. And they were. 66, 12, and 4 was the record for 136 points. Shattered all the other NHL records as far as teams go. But then this year, they're bolstering a 100 offense, a 92 defense. I don't entirely understand how it's gone up from 90 to 92. And then we have 90 goaltending as well from 88 last year. So that's just how things are looking. I get the feeling this Oilers team is going to have almost a repeat season, but we will see. They're 4-time defending President's Trophy champions and 3-time defending Cup champions. So at this point, we're really just trying to win. There's no question about it. And we're going to do the 50-50 sim like you guys have been seeing over the last couple episodes, and we'll see where it takes the Oilers. Alright guys, so at the halfway point of the season, the Oilers have a 32-8-1 record. It's a pretty good record, but not quite on pace for where they were last season. Russ Ribeiro leading the team with 58 points in just 41 games. The Oilers also sitting top of the NHL with 65 points, trailed fairly closely by the Senators and the Devils. Those two teams have also been quite good this season, but as far as the actual first place in the league goes, Edmonton is still quite a ways ahead. 5 points is quite a bit. Bouchard, oh my gosh, Evan Bouchard is having another year. Connor McDavid still very much over a point per game, but so are, Andy Mara, who's a rookie sensation, well, not rookie sensation, but a new player on this team, is having a great year. He's put away 21 goals already. Kyle Yamamoto's got over a point per game. Vigneault's over a point per game. William Eves is over a point per game. McDavid, Bouchard, and Ribeiro all over a point per game. That's like the whole top 6 plus Evan Bouchard is over a point per game. That is just, we expected Bouchard to be there because of the amount of power play minutes he's getting. But when we look at the goaltending, man, 26 out of 35. Backer hasn't been bad. But when you look at his last season too, the one that he just had, the record breaker, he was on pace at a crazy rate. Like he only lost 10 that season, which is crazy to even think about. He's already lost 7 in the first half of the year. So I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be quite on pace. They're going to have to go on a crazy run for that to even happen. But you never know, honestly. Like, it's NHL, anything can happen. I do want to show you guys the rest of the league up to this point because I think there are a couple Oilers up there in the top of the league. And, okay, never mind. Anton Lundell has just gone off at 31 years old in the first half of the season. So have a whole bunch of guys. But we do have a couple Oilers up in the top there. Not at the very tip top, not like McDavid was last year where he was just like the number one, no question about it, player. Sillinger is playing fantastic as well, my goodness. McKinnon's still kicking around at 37, 57 points I'll have you. And then, yeah, just a lot of older guys really dominating the league still, which is awesome to see, but also kind of crazy to even think about. So yeah, that is what we're looking at as far as the league goes right now, or the top scorers anyways. And I will be back with you guys at the end of this season to see if the Oilers can pull off the record breaker or not again. 136 points is a lot, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen, and we will see. Alright guys, so to end off the 2032/33 season, the Oilers go 62-17-3. Not a terrible record, but oh my goodness gracious, Evan Bouchard, you animal. That's 101 assists. Holy crap. And Connor McDavid still broke the 100-point record at 36 years old in only 79 games. Oh my goodness gracious. William Eves drops off a little bit, but that is alright. Holy... Oh my goodness. Evan Bouchard. If he doesn't win the Norris this year, I swear to God. Oh, baby, what is with old defensemen having this year? My goodness. I mean, Sandin was good. I think Sanford had a record year, too. Yep, he definitely did. Yeah, not even close there. Gordie Sanford had a really good year. Pedro Chipchura, 58 points as a rookie. Not bad. Not bad at all. Ribeiro with 108 leads the team with 47 goals, too, by the looks of it. Yeah, 47 for Ribeiro. And then 101 assists for Bouchard. That is just absolutely absurd. So Chipchura had 58, Krolik with 21, and only 9 points for Tommy Niittymaki playing bottom line minutes, but that's okay. 51 wins for Parbacker. He moves into second place all time after his own record there from last season, so that's pretty insane. And Braden Point with 127 points there. 92 assists as well. Not exactly 101, but my goodness, man. Yeah, there's no way Bouchard shouldn't win this year. Hirvonen, 78 goals, my guy. That was almost a goal per game. He was 3 goals off from a goal per game. That's ridiculous. My gosh, Kari Hirvonen, at just 28 years old too, he has turned into one of the best goal scorers the NHL's ever seen. Holy. Yeah, that's a lot. That is just a lot of goals in 1 year. My goodness. All right. And then as far as we go just on points in general, if we look at defensemen, yeah, Bouchard, not even close. Sandin was 3rd overall in the league in points, which is absolutely insane. But Bouchard was just on a whole nother level this year. It really wasn't even close. Quinn Hughes playing in Washington now at 33 years old. Still an elite defenseman. He was taken 3 picks ahead of Bouchard, but my gosh, Bouchard is looking like a crazy good pick right now. Parbacker squeaks out the 3-win victory, what is most likely going to be a Vezina there. But to be fair, Connor Genoway, only 25 years old. He really hasn't hit his prime as a goalie quite yet. There are a lot of other good goalies around here, though. Like, there's no question about that. Yakola still playing well for Montreal, but he is an Edmonton prospect. Rookies, we are looking at Pedro Chipchura most likely getting he should get the Calder, but you never know. Dan Shingtime might steal it from him there. Is he a 2-way forward? Yeah. Oh, they were a year apart. I was like, are they drafted 1 pick apart? No, they weren't. Anyways, yeah, looking like a pretty good year from a bunch of Oilers prospects and players there. Joakim Farmer drops off in his rookie year. That is just sad to see, man. Arizona, how do you ruin prospects like that? I don't get it. Ken Wiseman had a year as well. He was probably playing with Quinn Hughes by the end of that season. And yeah, that is gonna be it for the regular season here. I think we're going to get into a playoff series, hopefully. Maybe we might just go right through here, honestly. I do want to see kind of how the Oilers did over the last 10 games. I know they lost a couple, but you look at the entirety of the league, highest point percentage just. The New Jersey Devils had a great year again. They finished 2nd this year. It wasn't Anaheim or anybody else this time. So obviously point percentage was highest. Goals for per game, Edmonton was number 1 at 5.13. Goals against per game, the Sabres were the worst, and the Ducks were the best. Edmonton 4th best goals against in the league. That's actually really solid. As far as power play percentage goes, we are looking at Nashville's the best, but Edmonton kind of middle of the pack there. I don't know exactly which number it was there. And then penalty kill percentage, best was Minnesota, worst was Buffalo. Edmonton was on the lower half of this, I would say still. We did not have a great PK this year, and that happens sometimes. So what can you do? If we go for last 10 games, though, we were second right behind New Jersey, tied with Calgary for second place. And yeah, that's how the season looked. We're going to get into the playoffs now. I think we're just going to go right through. But man, Connor McDavid's still just breaking records here. Like if we go to the record book now, he's got 1,800 points as an Oiler, if not more. So he has just been like one of the all-time best players ever here. You can see he's tied Draisaitl's seasons played now. He leads the Oilers all-time in points, all-time in assists, all-time in games played. Penalty minutes, he is first currently, but Barracudas has set the goalie record by quite a bit, and McDavid with 772 goals as an Oiler is, yeah, pretty fantastic. So, my goodness, that's Connor McDavid for you. If we go and look at, like, the NHL records in general, let's see, McDavid's got to be getting up there in games played now, too. He is, he's definitely going to be in that conversation pretty soon. I'm seeing him there now on most points. He's currently 4th all-time in most points. That's, okay, that's crazy, but that is Connor McDavid. Let's see, anybody else in here? Connor McDavid, just 200-point seasons off from the great one himself. Yeah, Connor McDavid is just... He's right there, man. He's right there. He's going to probably pass. If he plays another season, he should pass Yager and Messier. But 4th all-time is already insane. He is 35 now, I believe. But, man, he's broken, like, every single Edmonton Oilers record. He's broken, like, so many different things. You know, the more I look at it now, I think Evan Bouchard just had the best season ever as an Oilers defenseman, too. Which is pretty ridiculous, but... That's just, let's see, if we go to, not as a career, but as a season. Most assists in a season, Wayne Gretzky had 163, but currently Evan Bouchard with 101. I don't think we're going to break too many of those records, but 50 wins there for Barracudas seems to have been the, did he not get 54? I could have sworn he got 54 last year. Anyways, yeah, I don't think Edmonton's going to be breaking too many of these seasonal records. As far as rookie records go, Pedro Chipchura was there, but he wasn't, I mean, Roberto Wyman, 42 goals in a rookie season was pretty insane. And then in a game, it's all Gretzky, except for Ben Scriven, somehow had 59 saves in 2014. So yeah, not too many crazy records broken there. I thought Bouchard was going to be, I guess they don't really have a defenseman stat, but yeah. All right, so regular season's over. We're going to get through the, oh, Aiden Viggetti goes out with a knee injury. Not good. Okay. We're going to get through the entirety of the playoffs here, hopefully, too. And then we'll wrap it up, I would assume. All right, so we finished first. We're within our budget, and yeah, all right. We got the Minnesota Wild first. All right, this should be interesting. The most hilarious statistic I think I have for you guys is that in the, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. In the 13 seasons we've played, William Eves has tied Connor McDavid once for most points as a player on this Oilers team. This is the first year anybody's broken McDavid as the lead scorer on the team, and it was a defenseman. Evan Bouchard is a defenseman. Broke that record for the first time in 13 seasons. That's insane. All right, that's just crazy, honestly. All right, guys, so we got round 1 of the 2033 playoffs versus the Wild. I don't think we've ever actually faced off against Minnesota before, so that is a new challenge here for the Oilers. This team is actually looking really, wow, okay. Yeah, that is a nice team. Anyways, Minnesota. Let's check them out. They have Anton Lundell and Tim Stützle. Okay, so that's actually a really nice team lined up there. I remember for years playing against Stützle when he was in LA still, and we'd always beat LA just. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to judge this team to say, are they going to be insane? Are they going to be below average? What's going to happen? So, I don't know. I think we got to kind of watch out for their, first, second line forwards. Obviously, that makes sense, but I don't know, man. I don't think this team really lines up against our Oilers, but that's because it's this Edmonton team. They are absolutely ridiculous. So, we'll see what the Oilers can do, if they're going to kind of just manhandle the Wild or if it's going to be a good series. I don't know what's going to happen exactly, but we shall see. Yeah, this should be interesting either way. So yeah, let's get into this. I'm expecting the Oilers to, perform, but we'll see. Playoffs are always a whole different monster. So Bakersfield got in too, by the looks of it. They had a 49-23-10 record, which is really solid. Declan Andreoff with 95 points. Please tell me Viggetti was second. He was not. He only had 66 again. So Aiden Viggetti kind of getting stuck in the AHL by the looks of it, which is sad. Oscar Silvergard. Oh my goodness, guys. We just drafted this guy 2 years ago. He shot up from a 50, what was it? It was like a 53 or something along those lines. Let's see. Oscar Silvergard was drafted in 2031, 84th overall. Okay. It's 2033. We drafted him as an 18-year-old. He hasn't even turned 20 yet, and he has shot up from a 48 overall to a 79 overall. He has gone up 31 ratings in 2 seasons. That's I've never seen a guy grow that much in a single span of time. He has easily become the best prospect the Oilers have now, which is insane because I really thought we were going to be struggling on defense here for a bit, but apparently not. Afinogenov, not bad, grew like 3 ratings. How many points did he put up to? 25, okay. So not bad, but not great. But my goodness, Oscar Silvergard, he just came flying out of left field and turned out to be the best prospect we have. So, all right, anyways, let's get into these simulations here. So, game 1 for the Oilers, they win 4-1. Gordy Sanford, 2 goals there. For the Condors in game 1, they take that one 4-3 in overtime. Game 2 for the Oilers, we see a 4-2 win as Sanford's got 3 goals now. And then for the Bakersfield Condors, a 5-3 loss. All right. Game 3 in Minnesota, Aiden Viggetti is back. I'm going to actually put him into the lineup here because I would assume that is why the team's not playing so hot right now, is because Viggetti is missing. So yeah, get Viggetti back in there. But Edmonton 6-5 OT win. Connor McDavid with 5 points in 3 games now. Edmonton looking like they might clean up here, but Condors win 4-3 in game 3. That was a tight victory. All right, game number 4 for the Oilers. They complete the sweep against the Wild. By the looks of it, one of the only possible 2 teams to complete a sweep here, as all the other teams have lost at least 1 game, except for the Dallas Stars. So let's advance the day, see if Bakersfield can knock the Gulls out, and they don't. All right, that one is a little too close for comfort. Game number 5, that's over, and they win 7-3 in game 5 to move on to play the San Jose Barracudas. The Dallas Stars do complete a sweep as well. Did we end up facing off against Dallas? I don't think we have. We have literally never played Dallas in the playoffs here. So that's probably a good thing because Dallas looks pretty hot right now. I don't know exactly who we're going to be taking on here in round 2, but we'll figure it out. And let's see how the Condors do in, all right, not great against San Jose to start things off, but the NHL playoffs are back on here. We got the Calgary Flames second round. Oh boy, that is Calgary round 2. You guys know what's happened in round 2 versus Calgary. If you haven't been watching this series properly. So, Yeah, we lost like we lost 2 second rounds in a row to the Flames, so we're currently, what's the record? 1-2 against the Calgary Flames in round 2 of the playoffs. So not exactly the most hot record that we would like to have facing off against a team like this, but I mean, Calgary's a good team. You got to hand it to them. They are going to give us a tough series here, most likely, and we're going to have to battle through it. Oh my gosh, Radoslav Budaj up to an 87 overall. That's insane. Okay. Jeez. Their defense is not there, but their goaltending is, and Magnus Olas can steal games. We've seen that happen before. Is that... No, I was like, is that Mika Zibanejad? I'm like, no way. He has to have retired by now, but... Okay, this is going to be an interesting series here, as Calgary does have the edge on us as far as just second rounds go. Bakersfield bounces back, wins game 2, 2-0 there. Back over to the NHL, where game 1 of the Battle of Alberta is a 5-3 victory for the Oilers, and Dallas loses game 1 to the Ducks. Okay, game 3 in the AHL here, Bakersfield up 2-1 now. Game 2 in the NHL, 4-3 loss as Calgary takes that one on home ice. Not what we wanted to see, but it happens. And all right, Bakersfield up 3-1 now. They have really stormed back. Can Edmonton bounce back after a tight loss there in game 2? We will see. And they do. A huge response, 8-2. Andy Mara, however you want to say his name, 10 points in 7 games. Can the Condors knock the Barracudas out in round 2? Yes, they can. They beat them 4-1. And that is looking good for Bakersfield. We'd like to see that. Can Edmonton take a 3-1 stranglehold in this series? As Kyler Yamamoto apparently was injured. And no, they can't, as this series gets tied up 2 apiece. All right. Edmonton has met a worthy opponent here in round 2, and this should be interesting. So, AHL playoffs are done by the looks of it. Yep. And Texas Stars going up against the Condors in the conference finals. Is there any mirroring in... Oh my gosh, there almost is, but not quite. I was going to say, are the AHL and NHL teams like almost all similar, or what's going on? Anyways, let's see. Game 5, hugely important game, and in the Battle of Alberta, Walker Gibbons goes down with a sore knee. That is not what we wanted to see. And Edmonton loses 3-2 in overtime. You're kidding me, right, guys? You're going to finish with a 62-17-3 record, and you're going to lose 2 straight to the Calgary Flames? Is this seriously what we're doing right now? Like, come on. Just come on already. That's stupid. This is where we're going to bring Aaron Coburn up, and we're going to send somebody down here. I'm going to say Kasperi Kapanen. Yep. This is not good. Edmonton is not in a good spot right now. They have choked this series out and are kind of sucking now because of it. So Greg Kuplin shouldn't even be in the lineup here, but that's how things work sometimes. All right, let's get him in, and then let's switch that, I guess. All right, Oilers, this is backs against the wall. You guys got to perform here. The team is good enough. There's no question the team is good enough, but my goodness, man. This is not where the Oilers wanted to be. So against Texas, I mean, Bakersfield might be the storyline here. Yeah, they're up 1-0 there. Meanwhile, Edmonton's possibly facing elimination in round 2. So here we go. Is this team as good as we say they are or not? Up 2-1 off the first. All right, Radoslav Budaj opened the scoring, but Mara and Yamamoto get goals back late. We outshoot him 16-6. Second period, 5-1 game. All right, Edmonton, Russell Barrow hat trick. Okay, but all right, like this is Edmonton's game to lose, and they win 6-2 as McDavid gets a power play goal, but Laine does get one back there. All right, so yeah, I'm assuming Ribeiro first star. Yeah, 3 goals, 1 assist. All right, this has been a wild series here as Anaheim knocked out the Stars pretty handily. So did Montreal with the Lightning, but we got the teams that should be through as far as New Jersey and Edmonton are struggling right now. So let's see. Can Edmonton get stuff done here? Or, all right, well, ooh, Texas wins one back. Okay, all right. I see that AHL series developing. That's going to be an interesting one. But let's see. First period here in the Battle of Alberta, Game 7, 3-1 for Calgary. Not where we wanted to be. Edmonton just simply getting outplayed right now. Okay, come on, Oilers. You guys got to be better than this. Second period, 4-3. Edmonton bounces back. Let's go. All right, 2 goals from Andy Mara and then Ribeiro. The first line going to work here. So really not much time left. 20 minutes for Edmonton to hold on to a lead. They make it 5-3 as Spencer Roach on the power play converts. And Calgary comes right back 5-4 as Ty Smith gets a goal. Oh my goodness, this is a nail biter. Holy. Okay. Power play for the Oilers. Doesn't convert. Oh, that is a bad time not to convert. All right. 4 minutes left here now. Edmonton just outplaying Calgary at this point, and that is going to be it. Edmonton somehow defeats the Calgary Flames in Game 7 of the Battle of Alberta. What a crazy series that was. Andy Mara with the hat trick. McDavid with 3 assists. My goodness, what a series that was as that one goes down to 7. Whew. And New Jersey does get through as well. All right, so down to the last couple teams here. I'm going to show you guys all the teams remaining. So Anaheim, one of them. Anaheim, I said, is looking like a really nice team right now. They are a very nice team. They could very easily give us a very difficult time in the conference finals here. Lucas Raymond, still just a fantastic player for them. They got Danny McBride too. He's looking crazy. They got an elite defense here. That is the difference, is that this team has been assembled defensively, which is Matthew Vigneault. Maybe he's related to Mario, probably not, but Turco is the only question mark there on that team as far as, is he going to be able to hold up against an Oilers offense? We'll see, right? And then the other 2 teams remaining, Montreal, again, I think this is almost the exact same, if not the exact same matchup that we saw last year in the Eastern Conference Finals. Montreal, again, not a bad team, not an insanely good team, but New Jersey just, again, has the upper hand in this series. I think they are just the favorites. And, I mean, the defense is very questionable, but the goaltending is good. So, those are the teams we're dealing with. I don't know how this is all going to pan out in the end here, but, man, Edmonton's in a good spot. They just barely got through that Battle of Alberta. My goodness. All right, and then as far as Bakersfield goes, they are winning here, but I think the playoffs are done right now. So yeah, we got Anaheim up next. There's no question about that. Bakersfield goes down 2-1 to the Texas Stars. Not where they wanted to be, but let's see how this goes against Anaheim in the conference finals. We see Game 1 go to Edmonton 5-1. Connor McDavid looking to get himself another Conn Smythe. 22 points in just 12 games. That's crazy. All right. Can Bakersfield tie the series up, or do they go down 3-1? They tie it up 2-2. Nice. All right. So Declan Andreoff leading the team down there. And then let's see. Game number 2, the Devils took Game 1. Edmonton wins a nail-biting 7-6 overtime win there in Game 2 to take a 2-0 lead. New Jersey, same deal as last year with Montreal. They're just taking them apart, really. All right. 2-2 series here. Can Bakersfield win this next game? They can, as they go up 3-2. And by the looks of it, the Hershey Bears make it through as the Syracuse Crunch get eliminated in 5. So Bakersfield, 1 win away from the Calder Cup Finals there. We'll see what happens. But Edmonton in Game 3 against Anaheim now. We see a 6-3 victory. Edmonton really taking it to the Ducks here. And yeah, Anaheim just was not ready for Edmonton by the looks of it. So can the Condors make the Calder Cup? Maybe. Walker Gibbons is back, and no, they can't. Not yet, as it's a 7-game series down there. My goodness. All right, and Walker Gibbons is back. I didn't put him in the lineup yet, but let's see. Let's see how this all fits back together. We're going to go Tomi Niittymaki back up there. Actually, this has been working with Bouchard on the second line. I don't know why it has, but it has. And then we can go Gibbons up on the top. Nice. All right. I honestly think that's kind of the best way to run things right now. This team is playing so well that I have no real concerns or worries. And yeah, I mean, Edmonton's 1 game away from the sweep here. They could very easily pull it off right now. Let's see what happens. And they do sweep the Anaheim Ducks in a straight 4-game series. Can the Condors move on against the higher-seeded Texas Stars in Game 7? And they cannot. Oh, Bakersfield, you're killing me, man. We never see the Condors actually make it. Oh, that's too bad. That is just too bad, man. So yeah, that's how things go. It happens like that sometimes, but my gosh. Oscar Silvegaard has become like one of my favorite defensemen out of just nowhere here, and I think he's going to be a spectacular force here for the Oilers moving forward, especially at that size. I mean, you put up 42 points in 82 games in your rookie AHL season, you're going to attract some NHL attention. And never mind Ernesto Binnington, just somehow couldn't pull off that last victory, so that's just too bad. But we definitely have a good young backup coming in here. He is 22 years old now, and should be making the Oilers here as soon as next season. But this Oilers team needs to win. They've got New Jersey up next, and yeah. Well, I say they've got New Jersey next, but we actually don't have that guaranteed yet. And no, we definitely don't, as Montreal comes back, wins yet another game, and there we go. New Jersey finally wins it in 6. So we got an exact matchup again. Edmonton, New Jersey, 2 of the best teams in the league. They both made it to where they should. That's the only way I can describe this, is that they're where they're supposed to be. So we have now met New Jersey and Philadelphia the same amount of times, twice in the finals here, but man, Edmonton has gone 5-1 in the last 6 Stanley Cup Finals they've been in, and I don't know if New Jersey's got all that much of a chance, but we'll see. So, game number 1 of the 2033 Stanley Cup Finals. Edmonton loses 6-5 in an absolute barn burner in Edmonton there. My gosh, New Jersey came to play. All right, game number 2, you just got to score more against New Jersey, especially with how lackadaisical their defense is. Keith Spencer goes down with a pulled groin too, and we win that game 4-0 though. Russ Ribeiro now leading the team with 26 points in just 14 games. Is that what I'm seeing? Or no, 17 games, sorry. But McDavid right there with him, obviously. These guys both playing first-line minutes. Obviously, McDavid having the young lineup that he does around him. As you can see, that top line has just been absolutely crucial this year. And McDavid, at 36 years old now, is looking to get another Conn Smythe, but I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it over Ribeiro or Mara, but we'll see. So, game number 3 in New Jersey this time. We see Edmonton lose 8-3. Ouch, New Jersey seriously comes back. They respond after not getting a goal. Our defense has to be better. Like, I just don't get why the team has been so brutal here recently. Is it? I would assume it's Keith Spencer going down, honestly. That is a fairly big piece as far as this team playing well goes, but Parbacker's also got to stop more shots. Like, when you're allowing almost 3 goals against a game in the playoffs, that's just, it's a lot. All right, so game number 4 here in the Stanley Cup Finals. New Jersey could go up 3-1, or Edmonton could tie it 2-2, and the Oilers do tie it up to a piece as they win that game 5-4. A tight one at that, I will say too, but heading into Game 5, again, this one, like I always say about Game 5s in a 2-2 series, is it's the deciding game most likely. So, game number 5, Edmonton loses 5-1. New Jersey, 1 win away from knocking out the Edmonton Oilers here in what has not happened in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, almost 10 years. Nobody has knocked out the Oilers in the finals in almost 10 years. It was Detroit last. They were the last team to do it. And the New Jersey Devils have a chance to claim a cup here. Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, Joshua Roy, Seth Abbott. Like, there is a lot of good players in this team that probably deserve a cup. And, like, even Timothy Liljegren, he's still playing quite well, an elite defenseman there. Connor Genoway, but Genoway's just outperforming backer right now. That is the thing that we're seeing more with the youth goaltending here. So, anyways, simulating to Game 6, Edmonton could be eliminated right here. This could be it. Let's see what happens. And first period, it's 2-1 for New Jersey as Joshua Roy gets 2 goals. Yamamoto gets 1 right at the end. We get outshot 9, or not outshot, but tied 9-9 in shots. Second period, it's a 4-2 game as New Jersey has pretty much got this one sealed up, honestly. But I'm going to jump in. I'm going to play on All-Star. And really, this is Edmonton's last shot here to win a game, to possibly win another cup. All right, guys, so here we go. Edmonton getting outshot 24-16 heading into this third period. They just need some goals here, so let's see if we can do that. New Jersey wins the faceoff here, getting things started off. There you have it. Devils win the cup. I don't want to watch this. I'm sorry. You guys suck. Alright, so we got a new contract here. Obviously, we're going to re-sign with the Oilers. Why wouldn't we? It's literally an Oilers franchise mode. So, yeah. We're going to sim to the draft, see if this was McDavid's last year or not. The Devils win the cup, and the Hershey Bears are your Calder Cup champions. So, Pittsburgh moves from 11-1 with Florida's pick. Pittsburgh also has the 5th pick in the draft. That's insane. Arizona moves from 3-2. Toronto moves from 8-3. Buffalo from 1-4. That sucks for Buffalo. All right. The only guy I was really interested in the top end of the draft was this guy in Vitaly Bure, because we are going to need another offensive defenseman here pretty soon, but I just don't know how we'd pull off a trade like that. Yeah, we would have to sacrifice a forward or two probably. And I don't know if I'm exactly comfortable doing that. So, yeah, going to be interesting either way how this pans out. But we got another low elite guy right around that range. But I don't know if that's exactly what we're looking for. I'm looking more for like playmaking forwards at this point. All right, so for retiring players, is this going to be it? It is not. Jack Eichel retires with 1,621 points. Bo Horvat with over 1,000 points. And Timo Meier with over 1,000 points. So a bunch of guys from McDavid's draft here are retiring here, as you can see. But, yeah, that's just a crazy kind of couple of years anyways as far as drafts go. Lots of great players in there. And Mackenzie Blackwood, the best goalie, retiring there with 373 wins. And yeah, that's your retiree class. We don't see any Oilers retire, any top-end Oilers retire as far as Yamamoto or McDavid go. But Jack Eichel becomes a coach. We have a scout retire. What are you doing? Anyways, we've got at least another year left of Connor McDavid. When we look at the progress reports in here, McDavid did decrease a bit. He's now an elite player at 94 overall instead of... Yeah, he's still just insane is what I'm saying. A bunch of guys drop off just due to the atrocious playoffs here. Well, I'd say atrocious. They were actually pretty good still, but due to the not winning the playoffs this year. But Ernesto Binnington going to be in the team as our second best goalie by the looks of it too. Yeah, Zaikov's down. Silvegaard's a 78 overall at 20 years old. I think we're going to have to get him into the team here right away. I want to get Vegetti in too, but like we have so many other good players still too that it just doesn't exactly make sense. Like this team is in really good shape. A lot of guys are, holding their roles in this team. And it's hard to crack this Oilers roster right now, if I'm being completely honest. Like, a lot of guys are just playing really well. When you look at the most, statistical change or growth, Mario Vigneault apparently in there. I don't believe that. But in the system, Eriksson actually... Ooh, Johan Eriksson just becomes a prospect out of nowhere. Hey, Hedeken finally grew. Yay. Okay, so it took him an extra year, but he finally shot up. And then we see Pisani, Afinogenov, Alex Mara as well. So there's a lot of guys shooting up quite nicely here. I think what's going to happen is that we are going to see, as far as goaltending goes anyways, we're going to see Binnington come up this year. He is. Binnington will move up. I want to see Pacioretty as the minor starter next year, and then have a guy like Camden Weber come in and be the backup. I think that would work out nicely, and we can move Zykov, who's getting a bit of money. And then, yeah, Binnington backer, that's going to be a great tandem there. And yeah, McDavid's still just our best player. There's really no doubt about that. But unfortunately, a bunch of the guys did kind of drop off, even after, like, Ribeiro had a 108-point season. That's easily his best one yet. And just his 4th season in the league, too. Like, we knew he had it in him after he put up that 73-point season. But, yeah, only 150-goal season so far for Ribeiro at 23 years old. I mean, honestly, I think McDavid was right around the same pace there, but 1,872 points in his career now. Connor McDavid just easily one of the all-time greats. There's no question about it. McDavid didn't have his first 150-goal season until 2021/22, so yeah, not really surprising there, honestly, but he's had a couple, honestly. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, he's had 6 50-goal seasons. He's up there now too on the all-time goals list. So yeah, if we see him pot another like 40-goal season, yeah, another 40-goal season, he's passing a bunch of guys at the 800-point or 800-goal mark, which is crazy because you don't really think of Connor McDavid as a goal scorer, but he is. He puts the puck away so often, it's insane. Like, let's see, NHL in general. Your goal record, yeah, 801. Like, Kucherov has moved up again. Nikita Kucherov is still... Are we going to have 2 Russian-born guys just, like, walk right past... We probably are. We're going to have 2 Russian players just waltz past Gretzky's goal record like it's nothing. Nikita, I'm genuinely interested to see if he's still playing. Yeah, he's still playing. Oh my gosh, he had another 80-plus point year. Jeez, he had 92 points actually. So, my goodness, Nikita Kucherov as a sniper is just like... he can still shoot the puck so well. My goodness. So yeah, that's Nikita Kucherov at 40 years old. He's still just an insanely good player. And literally played with Tampa right up until a year ago. So that's unbelievable from Kucherov. He's insane. But I would expect him to retire pretty soon here, honestly. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to end the video off. We'll get through the draft and the offseason next episode. McDavid's still going here. This was a slightly longer video since we jammed everything into one here, as far as the playoffs and all the stats and everything goes. But man, this team is in great shape. We've got very minimal players expiring here, like Connor McDavid. Well, actually, that was a total lie. We have a lot of players expiring, but minimal... like RFA guys hitting here, so that's hopefully not going to be too expensive. Let's see, just all expiring. There's a lot of starters in here, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of guys where it's like, okay, we need to sign this guy because he's part of this team. Like, he is a big part of this team. So, let's see what we can do here quickly. We got $44 million in extension dollars. I think we're going to save this for next episode because this is all just contract stuff, but I doubt we're going to have... Jeez, Roberto Wyman here. What the heck, actually? Nice. Everybody wants like 12 million bucks. That's stupid. Bouchard's, yeah. Alright guys, so this will probably be it for this team. Not going to lie, we might have to blow everything up here pretty quickly. Just simply because we're not going to be able to re-sign everybody. Like a guy like Sandin, I don't know if we're going to be able to keep over Bouchard, especially not at 12.9 million, but then again, Bouchard wants 15. So, yeah, this will be a fun offseason. McDavid's actually one of the cheaper players remaining here, but yeah, this will be a interesting stretch of run here for the Oilers as things start to kind of wind down. We'll have to hopefully make a move or two that gets us some younger players that we're not going to have to pay immediately. And I'm specifically looking at Vitaly Bure here. That is the guy that I want to pull out of this draft. And if that can happen, great. If it can't, oh well. But anyways, guys, that's where we're going to wrap it up. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure that you go down below, smash that like button. It only takes a second, and it really helps out the channel. Also, if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. We're trying to hit 1,200 subscribers. I know you guys can do that. And also, don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss when these uploads come out. But that's going to be it for me. This is Etanyos signing out, and see you.